Welcome to the Michael Smerconish program.
Refreshingly independent politics.
Exclusively on SiriusXM's POTUS, channel 124.
Elves to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you.
Now, here's Michael Smerconish.
Hey, there's an item posted at Smerconish.com, and I've just tweeted it. It's from The Hill, and it's written by my next guest, the nation's first Secretary of Homeland Security, the former governor of the great state of Pennsylvania. This is Tom Ridge. Hey, Governor, thanks so much for coming back.
Michael, great to join you. Thank you.
And listen to the gusto in that voice. You are back, huh?
Amen. A demonstration that the quality of health care in America is very special. We may want to argue about the cost of health care, but I don't want to get sick anyplace else.
Listen, I was worried. I was really worried about you. You were in Texas giving a speech. Am I right?
That's correct. I was down there, and I dropped like a rock, woke up 5 days later with what they called the Widowmaker, hooked up to all kinds of tubes and monitoring devices, and less than a year later, I'm on the Michael Smerconish show, so that's all good.
What kind of limitations do you have day to day, Gov?
None that I'm aware of, except the self-imposed. That's about it. I was in pretty good shape before I had the heart attack, and it's taken me a while to get recovered. But it's a lesson for all out there who wake up some morning and they don't feel right, but they feel different. You may want to check your cardiologist. I checked. I Googled symptoms of heart attack, said, geez, Ridge, you might be having a heart attack. I made it to the phone, called down for help, dropped the phone, and I woke up 5 days later. So if you're not feeling well, check it out. Good lesson.
I'm thrilled to have you back. This piece that you wrote, I have to share something with you. I'm sad about this, as you would understand. 20 days ago, I lost my dad. And for the last several months, he had been ailing, walking with assistance, and I was with him as often as my schedule would allow. And I had such an eye-opening experience to the life and times of someone with a disability. All of a sudden, Governor, I was mindful of access points for restaurants. Where can I take them? Where can't I take them? Where am I going to park? Is there a ramp there? And I must say that cynically, I used to be the guy who went to a local movie theater and saw so many handicapped spots and would say to myself, boy, are there really enough folks in our community to support that kind of a mandate? No more. It was a life changer for me as to how difficult it is for people to do the daily functions of life.
Well, I think we have a tendency to ignore the reality that disability is very much a part of the human existence. Some people are born with disabilities. Some are occasioned because of happenstance and circumstance to become disabled. But the fact of the matter remains, there's probably, depending on what you consider to be disabled, but there are anywhere from 30 to 50 million people who are disabled in this country. And that's one of the reasons when I left the cabinet, I was asked to chair the National Organization on Disability, and I decided to do so because about 80% of the men and women with disabilities, the adults, are unemployed. It's the highest level of unemployment, the highest level of poverty, and I thought it was about time that we started to look a lot closer at the ability that these individuals have and get them in the workforce.
Well, help me understand. I know that it was on Bush 41's watch that we got the Americans with Disabilities Act. Why is it now in jeopardy?
Well, the ADA was one of the most significant pieces of legislation. Even President Bush says that it was passed during his administration. It's not in jeopardy. It's the fact of the matter is that we still haven't elevated, in my mind, the notion of inclusion, including people with disabilities. As you look at the workforce and say to corporate America, we worry about sexual orientation and gender and race, but yet when they're looking to build a diversified workforce, you don't have the same outreach, the same emphasis on identifying people with disabilities who have talent that would be add value to your enterprise. So that's why we've launched in October, the National Organization of Disability has launched in October the Look Closer campaign. We want employers and job recruiters to look differently at people with disabilities as they seek to add talent. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are willing to work, and we began this multimedia campaign. We cranked it up in Times Square. We've got some great iconic employers who are participating with us, and we're hopefully to get the attention of a lot more of American businesses.
You wrote for The Hill, the guarantees are now at risk. The House of Representatives will soon vote on H.R. 620, labeled the ADA Education and Reform Act. This bill could significantly reduce access for people with disabilities to stores, restaurants, hotels, doctors' offices, social service establishments, private schools, and other places of public accommodation.
Yeah, well, you know, they're just trying to chip away at some of the guarantees within ADA, because there have been, particularly with regard to the hospitality industry, some lawsuits that have been filed, and what we want to do is sit down in a broader context with the business community and work out whatever differences we might have, because we see this as a great opportunity for the corporate community to add value to within the employment, and also to try to work out whatever challenges that they may have as businesses. Again, it's a hospitality industry and within a couple of states, so it's not a universal complaint. There's just been some litigation that we're trying to deal with, and I think we'll be able to deal with it.
All right. I have tweeted out the piece that you wrote. I've posted it on my website, and hopefully people are hearing the message of Governor Secretary Tom Ridge. May I switch gears on you?
Yeah, but I do want to, yes, you can, but I do want to thank you for talking about the Look Closer campaign, and I would encourage any employer public, go to nod.org/look closer. We need to find opportunities for these men and women to show their talent. So please feel free to shift gears now that you gave me a little commercial for the Look Closer campaign.